What's up, Napsters? How's it going? What up? What's up, dog? How's it going? How are y'all doing? I'm just pretending that I can hear you. I hope you're talking. I hope you're talking back. Today, this is a little different type of an episode because I may or may not be out of... Nah, that's not even the reason. I could say that about it, Lewis, but I just wanted to talk. I know, I could hear it already. You're going, oh, brother, this guy's just gonna talk? It's gonna be 30 minutes of this guy talking? Yes, it is. I had some stuff on my mind, and I know what you're thinking. This is gonna be stupid, and it might be, but we're gonna go for it anyways. I got some Yogi tea. I wanted to talk about Star Wars, and the fact that I am scared that I am depressed because of it. So let's take this journey, shall we? And you're probably like, what? New setup? And yeah, I think this will be better. So you're not seeing a dog and cat food behind me. But let's dive into it. Why do I want to do this? Why do I want to talk about Star Wars? The past couple of days and nights, I have found myself wanting to watch something, wanting entertainment, as people want. Hence why I'm doing this. But every time I go onto the website where Star Wars is, the one where you sign the contract giving up your rights to sue the company, I notice myself scrolling through the Star Wars projects and never wanting to watch anything. And that scares the out of me. Seriously. Star Wars has been the biggest part of my life than any other form of media, that honestly, maybe more than I'd have to think about that actually with Legos. But it is, I've emotionally and spiritually put a lot of my eggs into the Star Wars basket. And it's because it's always been there. It's always been there. It's always been coming out with new stuff. It's always been hopeful to think about where they're going to take the story. And I'm going to stop right there and say this is not... Okay, side note, I've seen other people talk about kind of the tragedy of Star Wars. And that's not what I want this to be. I don't want this to be a anti-anything, video, because that's not where my true feelings are. I don't want to get involved with the politics of it all, like the Disney side of it, the OG George Lucas, the lore, the legends. I know there's content out there that I would love to. Like I'm currently reading a Legends book called Jedi Academy, I think, or Jedi Knight Academy. There's like 3 books to it, and it's about the main gang after Return of the Jedi, and that's super fun read. But it just does not bring me the same joy that it used to. That totally could be just growing up and maybe evolving, of just going through life. But I also noticed there's nothing else that is capturing that same love that I had. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Hi Bubba, I know. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's gonna get better. It's gonna get better. Or is it? So I wanted to come here. This is kind of just a rant, honestly, because I love looking up videos and stuff online, but it gets exhausting because there's a lot of weird politics surrounding Star Wars that I just wish did not exist. I think it's a thing as humans that we have, just to be like, to kind of inherently pick sides over some things and kind of, get divisive. Is that a word? Divisive over these things, and be like, oh, some people love the sequels, some people just only love the originals, and some people are, prequels, but maybe I'll go through where I love the movies and stuff. But I think this is kind of a bigger issue with the whole thing. I really hope that this is at least connecting to one person out there. I love talking about Star Wars. It's fun to talk about Star Wars. It seriously is a beautiful story. It's the storytelling, the special effects, all of it is so cool to think about, to get Legos so you can build it, have your own little story. It is very aesthetically pleasing as well, I might add. It is my favorite style. But yeah, so I know this isn't going to really hit everybody, but I just wanted to at least get it out there. Just say that I'm depressed because I'm depressed with Star Wars because I don't feel the same way that I used to about it. But I don't know if that's, I don't know, it could just be just having these grand expectations when you're a kid and then growing up and just being like, they're movies. I hate it, like breaks my heart to say that. And also I love some of the stuff that's been coming out. I loved Andor. But like that's it? Like that just feels so wrong. Like Tales of the Jedi, that was good. I liked one or two episodes in Tales of the Underworld and Tales of the Empire. That was pretty good. But I don't know if I'd ever really rewatch any of them. Like if I want to see young Qui-Gon and young Dooku, that's something. But they're also 16-minute episodes. Like the OG movies are like 2 to 3 hours. And I feel like there's no, I feel like this is sacrilege for saying this part. I feel like there's not really hope when it comes to a story that's all about hope. And yeah, this is me just, if you're seeing this and you're like, this is just whining, just don't watch them for a year and then start watching them again and you'll love them again. I tried that so many times. I've tried taking like huge breaks from Star Wars and then coming back to it. But also I gotta admit, I don't think that a lot of online opinions, what I'm doing, I don't think what I'm doing helps the situation at all. It's great to be optimistic about it. It's great to be like, oh, maybe not now, but maybe it'll come back in the future. But it's also a sad reality that like Mr. Lucas is out. Like he's got his museum. He's like, his whole life's not focused on Star Wars, but which I don't blame him for at all. Like I completely understand why you would want to, like, you built this thing. It's not your job to maintain it. Your job was to create it, and now it's out there, and whatever's good that comes out from it is good. Whatever's bad doesn't. This just feels like a lot of gibberish. But so that's I feel depressed about it, but I don't know why I feel depressed about it. And so it's just it's in a really weird spot. My brain that is, when it comes to Star Wars. Yeah, so I just kind of wanted to see if anybody else feels similarly. And I don't think there's anything necessarily that we can do about it. You know, like, personally, I'm not in love with the AI fan films. They just don't interest me. I don't know why. I do think it's, AI's cool, but it doesn't pull me in. And now, granted, all of this that I'm saying, I still will sit down maybe once a week and put on a Star Wars and watch it. And it's fantastic. I just did Empire Strikes Back. Beautiful movie. Phantom Menace. Beautiful. I love it. That's a great movie. Yeah, but it doesn't feel like it's going anywhere right now. And that's a little scary. Maybe that's just life. Maybe that's just the whole purpose of life, is just to enjoy the good stuff and know that it doesn't last. And I seriously, I hate this, but I wanted to at least just talk about it, or at least try to explain my feelings about it out loud, because it's so hard to internalize these feelings about something that I hold in such high regard. Like, dude, Kate, no shit, I believe in the Force. 100% I believe in the Force. Like, I think that is the best adaptation of whatever's going on in the world that we live in. I love that idea of that there is just a force surrounds all living things. It finds us, it penetrates us, I love that idea. Like, that is the best idea to me about what's going on in the world. What's going on in this universe. And so I will always love Star Wars for that. I just don't know what to do about it now. But hey, again, yeah, maybe I'm thinking about it all wrong. Maybe it is just something that it exists, enjoy what exists, and keep on living. I don't know why that feels so sad, though. So, I'm not saying Star Wars has, held me back, because it's the only thing that, it's the biggest thing I've been into, but just feels weird. That's it. Just feels weird. I'm really scared about how I'm gonna come across, because it's not about the weird politics. It's just, I feel depressed, and I don't know why, and I don't know what to do about it. Is it just regular depression? Could be. Totally could be. But I don't know. Anyways, so here, let me share what I do think about Star Wars in a more positive light now. I absolutely love Rogue One. Absolutely love it. And I know it's a Disney movie. I know it's the first Disney movie that Disney made. But I think they respected it so well. The tiny cameo of Princess Leia and the less tiny but still small cameo of Darth Vader and Krennic, I feel really honored those characters. But the galaxy is so wide and stuff, they added new characters. I don't feel like they were just replacing characters that existed. Mon Mothma was in it, Bail Organa was in it. I think they did such a good job at bringing the original trilogy into more modern technology. I think that's fantastic. I absolutely loved it. That being said, I do love A Phantom Menace. That is the first movie that I ever saw. Always has a high spot in my heart. Attack of the Clones is not my absolute favorite, but I did rewatch it, and it is amazing. The whole concept of Dooku, especially knowing that before he started committing war crimes, he was actually a really good Jedi. He knew that it's just not possible to completely cut your feelings off from the people. So it just, anyways, from what I've seen, I really liked the OG Dooku. Then when he kills Yaddle, spoiler, that's when he goes downhill. That's his full steep downhill that he starts going down. So, anyways, do like Attack of the Clones. Revenge of the Sith is heartbreaking. It is hard to rewatch because you just watch, every time you watch it, you're like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. I know how it ends. I know how it ends. Everything that happens, I know how it ends. Like, I wish I could just watch these movies without even thinking about the ending. I wish I could just be in the moment. And maybe that's the point. Maybe that's what I'm missing. Maybe I need to be more in the moment when I'm watching these things. Anyways, Revenge of the Sith is beautiful. A New Hope is incredible on a completely different level, I think. It's the origin, it's the start of the entire universe as we know it, and it's beautifully shot, beautifully directed for coming out before 1990. And it's absolutely gorgeous. It really is. I love A New Hope. It's beautiful, especially watching Rogue One, then Andor. It makes it so beautiful. And the reason I also love Rogue One is they add a really big sense of realism to the storyline. Because it's like, if you're just watching the first movie and you're a big realist, you're like, oh, space station, spaceships flying around. But Rogue One really makes it so it's like, no, it's just a real world universe that has Jedi. You know what I mean? Okay. Anyways, Empire Strikes Back is also beautiful. I don't know if I'd put it scratch that. I think it's the same level of A New Hope, mainly because of Yoda's training and the last fight scene with Vader. It's the first lightsaber fight scene that we see with Luke, and it's beautiful. It really is. Return of the Jedi, I would say, is my least favorite out of the original trilogy, mostly just because I love the ending. I seriously, I absolutely love the ending. It connects everything together. It binds everything together. Callback. And I love it. I do wish there was more of the rebels in the earlier part of the movie. We start with Jabba and all that stuff, which is cool. But I want to see how the rebellion has grown. Anyway, so this is just me. This is me being nitpicky right now. But I wanted to give you a little taste about how I feel about it after I talked shit about it for, not talk shit. That's the thing. That's what's so hard is I don't know what I don't like about it. Like, I sit down, I put the thing on, I'm scrolling through everything. Maybe it's just maybe it's that age-old quote, like the curse of knowledge. No, the curse of knowledge is indecision or something like that. And so it's like we have so much now. We have the most we've ever had of Star Wars. And so maybe the bad side, the dark side of that's the light side, is the quantity. I'm not saying the dark side is the quality, but the dark side is that it's too chaotic. And even though in chaos there is harmony, that's what that says, it might be a little too chaotic. Especially with fans like me who just don't know what's going on, don't know what to do, don't know what to say. So, anyways, I don't want this to be too long. I'm not gonna I don't know. I want this to make as much sense as possible. And so if you don't give a shit, you can just disregard. But if you have any of the slight feelings that I have about this, please let me know. Please, I want to know if, because that's a very big possibility. That's just like, I think I'm just crazy. I think I might just need to take a step back from everything and reevaluate my life. That's a possibility. But I do think there is a possibility of there's something in this big structure of things. We have a Jedi temple, and at the bottom there's a Sith temple that nobody knows about. You know, not saying conspiracies or anything. Just I would love if that was the case. I would love if that was the case, that there's a malicious thing beneath all of this that's making people purposefully confused. There was a quote from the show Boondocks, I think, where he talks about like Obi-Wan Kenobi. And he's like, Obi-Wan Kenobi says, you know, what's the I'm trying to remember the actual. Your eyes can deceive you. Don't trust them. So he says in the show, maybe that's the whole point, is they're trying to confuse us. And I don't know who they is. I don't know if it's actually a thing or if it's just me thinking about it too much. But yeah, sorry this is a different video. I don't know how much I'm going to edit with it, but if you like it, let me know. If you liked it, drop a like. If you made it this far, drop a like. It really helps. I will always love Star Wars from the bottom of my heart. I will always love it. I love everything that's coming out of it. Legos, lightsabers, I love all of it. I don't know what this feeling is. I don't know what it is. So anyways, I love you. I love you all. Be safe out there. And yeah, keep going. Keep going. It's going to be all right. A new hope will emerge. Maybe. I don't know. Anyways, tea was actually pretty good. So, will I spill it?